Hello YouTube, I welcome you on this fine day, and this is my Ayara Castle Locthwain Historic Brawl deck. So this Historic Brawl deck is not your average Ayara deck. I know a lot of people have noticed that Bolas Citadel is a really good card with Ayara, but this deck takes it to the next level. This is still just, in quotation marks, an Ayara deck, where you can just curve out, go Knight into, like, Discordant Piper, Ayara, and then just kill your opponent. But the secondary or main game plan, depends on how you want to look at it, is playing Bolas Citadel and just win the turn you play it. And a lot of your deck is just optimized around that game plan. The way you can see that in the deck building is that I have a lot of cheap cards here. I don't run cards like the Dreadhorde, Command the Dreadhorde, exactly, because that costs so much life. I use cards that I can, like, for example, Woe Strider. I know Woe Strider is still a good card, but this deck can just tutor up Woe Strider. Like, obviously Scheming Symmetry is really good as well, but you can just tutor up Woe Strider and then just, if you have a land on top and can't play anymore, just bottom that. Cryptbreaker allows you to also go off in combo turns because you have so many zombies. You just play from the top of your deck, then you have even more zombies. When the next land comes, just draw it and put it into your hand. And yeah, this is just like Citadel Storm, essentially, in a Ayara Castle Locthwain shell. And obviously Ayara is a really good commander for this deck because she gains your life while draining the opponent. So this is the general game plan of the deck, and all this is accompanied by just a little bit of disruption in Agonizing Remorse, right? Spark Harvest, I believe, is actually one of the best removal spells for this deck because it's so cheap. It doesn't cost a lot of life when you play it from the top of the deck, and you can sacrifice a creature and then destroy your own creature in combo turns. This can be relevant with Erebos, Bleak-Hearted, or Nightmare Shepherd and the likes. So sometimes it's just really good to destroy your own creatures with this deck, ironically. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the deck tech, and let's jump right into some gameplay, shall we? Our opponent is Muldrotha, the Gravetide, so this seems like a slow, value-oriented deck. And I do like our starting hand. We have the turn 3 Ayara guaranteed, we have Duress for hand disruption. And we do also have a bit of an option here. We could play the Knight of the Ebon Legion turn 1 or the Cryptbreaker. We could discard with the Cryptbreaker or play the Duress and Knight the following turn. So loads of options here already. Another thing, Cabal Stronghold is obviously also really good, but it goes even in mana when you have 4 Swarms. Until then, you just tap it for colorless, so don't play it until you actually gain mana from this, because, like, if I would play this right now, I would never be able to play Ayara on turn 3. So I think I will just start with the Cryptbreaker and start making zombies against this guy. Seems like a good idea. Also, he seems to be pulling up counter spells or something like that. Well, that's just my guess. So Cryptbreaker goes around that quite nicely. Knight. And yeah, let's just Duress them. See. Yeah, the finale seems like a problem, so I'm getting rid of that. But they're also a bit stuck on lands. Just a thing to note, we do run Kaidovan, but not because Kaidovan is insanely powerful in my opinion. Well, it is good obviously, but because the individual pieces are good for our deck. This gains us life, which is good in combo turns. This is a free sack outlet, which is good in combo turns, and Cat is just essentially 1 life for free from the top of her deck because it costs 1 life and we gain 2 life. So not too sure what I should drop here, but maybe we're holding on to the Plaguecrafter. So yeah, let's just do that. Now we can start drawing. And play the Ayara. Seems like a good idea. Okay. So if our opponent top decks a land and plays the Vanify here. Ooh. Okay. So let's see where we go from here. Do they have anything we really care about? We could just use the Plaguecrafter, swing in on them, and remember, our combo turn is based on damage. So the more damage we do to them in the early game, the harder the easier it is to combo off right now. So maybe we just cash in the zombies by drawing with Ayara, or we just swing in with the zombie. I think swinging in with the zombies is a really decent call here. So I think let's just kill them, because this is just 8 damage. Yeah, I will Plaguecraft with them. Huh. Yeah, let's just Plaguecraft with them now. Sacrificing the plagues to craft it out of a zombie, because a zombie is a zombie, and that can be quite important. Yep. And then we keep up the Cryptbreaker, make a zombie at their end step. Oh yeah, it's kind of annoying. Okay, for zombies, more damage. Sweet. So we are tapping these 3 zombies, and if we top deck a land, perfect. We can just play the play the Liliana here, and cash in all our zombies. So what is the play? I think, or we just plus, right? Could just plus.
Rise and shine.
Draw even more. Seems great. And this is what I mean when I say sometimes you just want your creatures to die, right? Because we just draw cards with it. Also, guys, do not put counters with Cheval on the commander, because the counter is a die trigger, and commanders don't die when they go to the command zone. Dying is the process of going from the battlefield to the graveyard, and when that is not given, seems quite bad, right? Okay, so I think we're just cashing in the oven and the end step, and then we burn them out with let's just cash in the oven, then we can minus Lily to sacrifice. Yeah. And then we get rid of their board. Seems like a good plan. So now, in this situation, we make a zombie here, and that zombie, like, that grows each turn, so we kind of want to sacrifice it each turn so we get the additional triggers, but also that zombie is also a zombie we can tap with Cryptbreaker later on. Anyhow, I think we're also just playing Erebos here. This makes sense to me. I think we're just drawing with Cryptbreakers now. and cashing them in. I know that I could go with a route where I keep up the oven. The thing is, not keep up the oven, keep up the... Oh, what am I saying? Anyway, so the decision here is, do we minus Liliana first, draw with the zombies? Or do we just play the Enforcer and then minus Lily to sacrifice the Enforcer so we have more zombies? I think we're just greedy, right? Let's go with this. Or even more. Draw our whole deck, essentially.
Not, want not.
Yeah. Now we minus Lily.
From battle to the grave.
And draw everything.
Dead.
So, yes, we are overdrawing, but it's essentially looting right now. So, I want to keep one swamp. It's fine, just to guarantee the swamp next turn. Because, to be quite honest, we draw so many cards each turn. That we are just going to... oh yeah, that's this game. We are guaranteeing the swamp, essentially. Good game, opponent, good game. Swing for lethal, and that's it. And that is the non-Citadel part of the deck just coming through. Like, sometimes you're just Ayara and kill the opponent. Anyways, let's go to the next game. Oh boy, we are playing against Azorius Control with Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, on the top. So, will be a very interesting game, but oh boy, we also have a very interesting hand to show. Yeah. So let's see, we definitely want to draw a fourth land. Seems like a great idea. First question of the day. Do we play Talisman, Reaver, or Direfleet Hoarder? I think we can play the Talisman later. And if we want... I just want to apply pressure against my opponent, so they cannot use Teferi, Hero of Dominaria freely, and the most pressure is Lazotep Reaver. I'm going to do that. The reason why this is more pressure is, yes, when they remove this I get mana, but yeah, no, that's not going to live. Anyways, when they bounce this with the Teferi minus, that 1/1 still lives, so yeah, they cannot play Teferi here unless they just intend to plus him. But if they are just intending him to, like, if they just want to plus him, we can play Ayara. But if we play Ayara and they have a Teferi and then board wipe, we are also going to have a miss time. So the best thing in response to their Teferi would be us drawing a land into Nyx Lotus. Nope. So Eleonora coming down. Yes. Okay. This Ayara is a bit risky, but I think it's the perfect spot to play her as well. X. So, I think now they will feel comfortable playing the Teferi. Oh no, okay. They're going to... yeah, they should have untapped the land here. Because that's the thing that you can do without the Teferi. Oh no, they're just going to draw a card. That's sweet of them. Yeah, we are missing land drops. So one thing to note is if we have a zombie to sacrifice, we want to sacrifice an army first, but also Hoarder. We don't want to immediately sacrifice Hoarder sometimes in case we draw into Nightmare Shepherd later. I think I'm just going to sacrifice this to see where we go from here. Just a land. Oh, that is quite nice. because that allows us to go Familiar, Gutterbones, and Drillbit, or just Hoarder and Drillbit. I think Hoarder is a bit more resilient to board wipes as a play, in case they have 2 board wipes in hand. Get around that. So, what do we have here? I think Teferi will also just make our time miserable. This one, not the other one. But the thing is, so Thought Collapse can I think we take the Thought Collapse, otherwise they can just play Teferi plus him and just turn the spells open. They don't want them to have that, because they can plus twice and have 5 mana.
For my excellent timing.
Or are they going to mine it? Oh yes,
You
we
need to
play.
take a time out.
Seem quite decent. Do we ever let her go to the library? Yes. And I just hope that
Let's skip to the good part.
land is in the top. Is the top card? Would be a nifty. Oh yes. Okay, so going to attack the Teferi with the Order, I believe. They are going to block this, let the Reaper through. We have 1 more mana. We're not going to do anything with that mana right now. Let's hope we can resolve the Lotus. Doesn't seem like it though. Oh, we actually. Wow. Did not expect that. Not at all. Oh, yeah, right.
You know what?
I know why. Because they can just bounce it with their Teferi. The 3 mana Teferi in their hand. Okay, not drawing land in the first turns was quite annoying.
Sorry I'm late. I've got time.
Okay, they are super greedy. But maybe they can afford it. Serena doesn't seem to resolve though. What? Okay. Rider and Cat to follow it up. Okay. And we just have 3 turtles in hand right now. Okay. So the possibility of us winning the game on the spot. Okay, that is decent, because now it goes to the command zone. Yeah, seems fine to me. Okay. I think the possibility of them not returning Nyx Lotus with the 3 mana Teferi is pretty much 0. But if for some miracle they don't do that, and I don't know why, but they seem really light on counter spells, we can just play Talisman, activate Talisman, play Citadel, and go off.
This might be a bad idea.
Ace of the Lawbringer, oh no. Okay. Let's see. Perfect. Matter too much, to be honest. Are they going to counter it? Okay, no counter spells here. I think they will counter the Wishclaw Talisman though. Can we wait a turn? I really want to wait a turn. Just want to wait so badly. Because if we wait one more turn without the Aether trigger on this deck, it's going to be so amazing. They will, like, they are super likely for spells next turn. I need, or can I just go for something else here? That is the question. Esper Curse is a sorcery. I just go for it here. 5 do they have? 19. Gary does 13 damage. 14. So we can actually just play Gary. And that has a way more immediate effect than the Citadel. Permanents do we have for Citadel? 1, 2. Yeah, let's just go for the Gary, just to cash it in essentially. Where is it? There it is. Oh yeah, it's a bit less damage because now they have the talisman. Pretty sweet. Counter it, I dare you. And it's exiled. Goodbye. Goodbye, dear friend. It's not over yet, though. It is not over yet. Do I feel the need to attack this Teferi right now? I think the black devotion on the board is more important. Hopefully they are just greedy. Temple of Lightning coming down. They have just a ton and a ton of mana. The real problem here is that they have the Wishclaw Talisman. I think they are hesitant to give that back to me.
Not done yet.
Maybe they're not though. A plus. Wow.
Let's try this.
No minus. Okay. Really interesting. Double land. Sacrifice. Gutterbones? Ah, yes, Duress. Just what we want. Perfect. Absolute perfect. Yes. But you know what that means? Something beautiful is about to happen. Not sure what though. Okay. So what can we get with 2 mana for 2 CMC? Is there anything that 3 CMC would be so great here? Like 3 CMC would just be perfect because that means that we could get a Woe Strider out of the deck. 2 CMC is just not enough. Yeah. I'm sorry if you're just screaming at your if you're just screaming right now, just get this, get this. Let's just have a look really. I think we need to do something now, given their hand. Okay. So, is there something that draws us a card instantly? Yes, there is. Okay. Let's gamble a bit, shall we? Okay. You. Weatherlight, okay. So we have 3 zombies on the board already. Okay, sure. 4 mana. And just... let's gamble a bit. And by a bit I mean a lot. Or we just do... just the... I think just this has to be correct. Yeah, this has to be correct. No way it's not, right? Because now we can... yeah, let's tap 3 zombies. Sure. Because that just draws us a ton of cards. We can... can get back the Gutterbones as well.
Excellent minion.
Play the Gutterbones. Sacrifice Gutterbones and Lazotep Reaver. Sure. Okay. And -2. Wipe their board essentially. You and now we can even attack with the cat onto the Teferi, on the 7 mana Teferi. That way they can't. Do we utilize this mana right now? I think we do just play that act. Yep. Seems also really great with the board wipe, leaves behind a body, and draws us 1 more card if they happen to have one. And they will have one. So we attack this Teferi. Due to the fact that they otherwise can plus to 8, minus it, and have the emblem instantly. And that's really not what we want to see at all. They give us back the talisman, they can also just immediately die in that turn.
We need to move quickly.
So what other board wipes can we expect? I think we can expect
Hold that thought.
at least 2 more board wipes. At the very least. Cleansing Nova, Shell Disguise, Settle Wreckage, all of those. But Settle Wreckage is not really a board wipe against us. That's the thing. They finally realized that they have to bounce Nyx Lotus against this deck, but now it's probably a bit too late.
I am not making this up as I
And a
go.
lot of it. Obstruction, okay. It's decently annoying. So, let's see it. I think we have the possibility of just winning. We draw a Citadel, something similar. Woe Strider is something similar, I believe. Okay, how do we do this? That's 1, 2, right? Yeah, we don't have a 3rd zombie available to us right now, so let's start with that zombie. 1 mana.
Putrid,
Okay.
but effective.
3 zombies and see what we draw. A land. Not really what I wanted to see here. Draw 1 more card. The Orzhov Enforcer. Another Ayara Citadel.
Waste not, want not.
Ooh, that is sweet. Does that have flash? No, that doesn't. So, sack a creature as an additional cost. Sack this guy. And we draw an additional card from that. Yeah, Shepherd returning that Teferi to hand, but at least it's not ultimating. So that is perfect. Okay. We can do some serious damage this turn. Mentally and physically. Okay, so I think it's the right time to play the Swamp now and activate the Stronghold. I know I'm 1 mana short. Whoops, I am 1 mana short indeed. I think I'm just playing it safe. Cavalier. Killing the Eternal Cabinet. Yep, let's get rid of the cat. So, God Eternal Cabinet dies. And just going to play Priest again. Yep. Okay. So, we're drawing another card. Damn, we're drawing a lot of lands now. Well, I guess I got what I wished for earlier. So the reason why I'm not playing the Lotus, because they have come to the point where they realized, yeah, they to bounce the Lotus, so it's effectively doing nothing.
I'm going to sit this one out.
Because they just bounce it again, and everything else that it has, like, that will be bounced is cheaper, except the Cavalier, but the Cavalier got rid of
I'm not done
one of their more important cards right now. That is the Cabinet. Because Cabinet into extra turns can just be super backbreaking.
Here goes nothing.
Okay. Shepherd coming down. So I expect maybe just 1 counterspell from them. They're really hesitant to give me back this Wishclaw Talisman, it seems. They won't do that at all. But let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we have lethal. I am not sure though. Yeah, let's start. Oh, let's cancel it. Let's use you. Submit. Then we draw more cards, because drawing cards is awesome. Oh, and they're going to give us the free pass. So that is a good game. GG opponent. So that, let's do this rather rapidly. Right. You produce a ton of mana. Let's go with you. Okay. Let's go with you. So the highest amount of creatures we can get from one creature right now is the Lazotep Reaver with that Cavalier. Autopay. Just popping off at that point. Okay. Can we play more creatures this turn? Yes, we can. 1 zombie. So let's count together. 1,
Rise.
2, 'Now we can draw into the perfect card. Yes, we draw cards and we scry.
Is enlightening.
Yep. Okay, comes down next. This is only 1 mana. Sacrificed the army token. Oh.
They were a lousy servant anyway.
So that was unlucky, I guess. We're missing 1 mana. Anyways, let's draw a whole deck. Oops, I forgot to do this earlier. But I sacrificed 1 token already. It's... You can sometimes really miss that. Wait, so why doesn't it... Oh yeah. Because I can't stack the triggers, that is the natural order essentially. Let's just get all the cheap creatures. This is essentially 2 damage. Let's these die. Okay, and now we get back the cat. And that's good game. Guess we can just aim the creature. GG. Our opponent is Emry, Lurker of the Lock. So let's see where we go from here. Emry is quite artifact focused, obviously, but also since Emry is mono blue, after we have resolved the creature, it is pretty much guaranteed that it will stay on the board, right? So, given that fact, I think we can just go put everything on the board and be fine. There are 2 blue board wipes that return everything to the hand. They may play 1 or 2 of them, but in general, I don't think we need to care much. We obviously need to care around counter spells, but most Emry decks that I have seen are quite proactive instead of reactive, so it seems nice. Okay. At this point, we just want to draw lands. Oh, we're not too worried about that Labyrinth of Scoffers, to be honest. But Emry is hitting the board on turn 2, and quite a few juicy artifacts are already in there. So, the Dreadhorde Invasion can begin to generate huge amounts of value. And I can show you a neat little trick, because I'm putting down a zombie at the beginning of next turn, and the turn after that I can, because I cannot sack something the turn Ayara comes down because she has Summoning Sickness, but the turn after that I can just put a stop in the upkeep to sacrifice that token. So, it's turn. Yep. And also I could just sack that to the Witch's Oven. But in general, that's just the general idea that I'm showing you, because you don't ever have Witch's Oven, Dreadhorde and Ayara in that exact same order. But when you have Dreadhorde into Ayara, this is just a trick that you can do. Okay, they're untapping the Emry. Oh, seems quite nice, and now they're getting back the Cauldron Familiar, I guess. So we kind of... Oh no, the suit. Oh, perfect. We don't care about the suit at all. Yes, it is damage coming at our way, but also we are mono black, so we can deal with that. So anyways, I've put a stop in my upkeep, really important, in response to that trigger, because otherwise it would just put a counter on this creature. In response to that trigger, we're going to play Ayara, and that way new creatures enter the battlefield, and we are triggering Ayara. So, here we can see the power of Cryptbreaker, because that's a zombie, those are 2 zombies at once essentially, that can create a zombie. So there are just loads and loads of zombies. But I think... No, I don't... So the problem I'm having right now is the fact that I am... mana inefficient by just playing Cryptbreaker into Lazotep Reaver. I think I want to murder rather the Emry, that way Emry cannot recur the Familiar next turn. I'm not too sure on that one. Yeah, seems like a decent idea. So in that case, we're just going to play the Cryptbreaker, right? That just does seem like a waste, I guess. I think, yeah, let's just draw cards. So if we play the Reaper here, we need to first and foremost sacrifice this token, otherwise this creates token, but I think we can just play the Doomed Dissenter because that creates a larger zombie. And yeah, I think that's it for our turn. In their end step we can sack the Doomed Dissenter, tap 3 zombies, and draw a card. Also, in this way, when they're attacking with the Shambling suit, we can just block with the Dissenter and in response sacrifice it so the attack is nullified. What are they about to play? Yeah, also pretty decent in an artifact stack when your artifacts cost 1 less. Pretty decent. So, Familiar coming down. Yes. Yep. It's pretty straightforward. Steel Overseer coming down, that kind of needs to go. Okay, so they didn't attack. They didn't bother to attack with this Shambling suit. Smart decision. Yep. Resolve. Tap 3 zombies. Draw a card. Oh, and there is one of our win cons. Oops! I just put a stop at. Oh, come on. Ah. Is the punt coming through? I think this is just the fastest path to victory right now. I think we can just mostly ignore their board. Okay. So a board wipe like the mass bounce would still be quite devastating. I don't think we can recover from it too much. Oh yeah, perfectly fine. We don't care about that. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Okay, Shambling suit, yep. We're not really threatened by the board. I just dislike the fact that we have been so mana inefficient. What is the last card? That's interesting, right? Also, just removing something one by one does seem a waste, here. Just because they can get everything back with Emry, and if we kill the Emry, it just comes back for 1 mana anyways. It's a hassle. Oh, the Jet. That's what we're going to remove. There is our answer to that question. Okay, well, you're coming in. So we are going to draw now. Yep. We are sacrificing this zombie instead of the other one. Yeah, okay. Reason why we're drawing now is 1 mana instant speed interaction, I believe. Bone Splinters is instant, right? So we could have sacked something to kill Legion now. Okay. Resolve. And the likelihood that they are dead is not 0. So let's think through this turn. How much can we deal to them? Just the grave right now. Okay. I think we start by doing this. And draw a card. Okay, it's a swamp. So I'm hesitant to play a swamp in case we just have a way to draw an additional card and play the other card, the Stronghold that generates us more mana. But right now I think I will play something lines of Cavalier. Yeah, I think we can totally do something here. Okay, check this out. We can play the Cavalier, right? And okay, Cavalier. Yes, we want to sack a creature, and yes, it will be the Cryptbreaker. This will be relevant in a hot minute, essentially. So now we have to tap the Nyx Lotus, but at that point the Vampire Knight is literally free because now we can tap the Lotus for 8 instead of 7. So now we are going to all of the Death Dweller then. Those two. Sure, you get everything. Ayara, 2 more damage. Yep. Then we play the Gary. We get even more life. Now we kill the Dissenter. Dissenter goes to the graveyard. And now we can finally kill the Cavalier of Light to return the Dissenter to the battlefield. That deals lethal damage. Good game. Our next opponent is going to be Teyzekalov, so we are going to play Sacrifice versus Sacrifice. And the hilarious thing is that I believe this is a subscriber of mine, because I have seen an account named Good Intentions popping up in my subscriber list. So hello if you're watching this video. Anyways, let's see. We have the Citadel, but that's not too important, I guess. But we do have a lot of ramp. Like we have a lot of ramp here. Depending on what we draw, we are going to play either of our 2-drops. Like Reaper would pull more into the Priest of Forgotten God direction. If nothing is happening at all, we are just going to play the Dire Fleet Hoarder because just the Forgotten Gods, and then the next creature would be Ayara. Holy smokes, this right here is turn 5 kill material. Like, it's not even funny. If they don't interact with us at all, we're just going to kill them on turn 5. This is just amazing, but I fear that Ayara will die though. I'm going to cancel the attack and not attack them. The reason for this is I want to have them as little cards as possible to see. Right? Okay? Reaper, and I think we block with the Hoarder now. The reason for that is life is our resource. It's just a fact, life is our resource right now. Okay, so we played the Swamp instead of the Locthwain because we don't intend to use it at all. Well, obviously we play it if we have to, right? But we'd rather use a land from the top. Okay, narrow dice. How unexpected. Come on, son. Locthwain coming down. we play Ayara again. And we're going to play the Priest of Forgotten Gods and the Witch's Oven. Because if we play Playcrafter, they're just going to sacrifice their Doomed Dissenter and get 2/2/2s, and this would be more beneficial to them than it would be to us. So this situation right here is perfect because we have 6 mana without playing a land. And yeah, they have the Woe Strider, but we have just a chance of killing them, which is great, right? So do we play Witch's Oven right here? No, I think so. Okay, let's use that as a Black Trolls, and we use, like, it's perfect because we have the option. Okay, we have the option of using our Lotus after we've dumped everything into it. Real bit. That is indeed beautiful, but I'm going to take that. Okay, Rankle. Yep. Oh my lord. Oh my lord, and that is a good game. So we are about to have 1,000,000 mana, and that's like no joke. So by the way, I think we're going. So the question is, do we activate? Yeah, we activate Lotus first because we still have the Wishclaw on our side, right? So we are just going to. We could do really cute things, but just tutoring Gary. And I know they're just going to die to the Gary. No, they're going to live at 1 life. And because of the Shepherd, we can just sacrifice the Gary. Oh no, never mind. Yeah, they just died, but I could have sacrificed the Gary again. Then bring him back with the Shepherd, and it was just a bajillion damage coming their way, and that wasn't even with the Citadel activation. Anyways, good game. We are finished with the games. I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did, and I'm really glad that we got the quick combo kill with the Citadel off in 1 game. Because, yeah, it could have been the perfect turn 5 kill, but yeah, sadly they killed our Ayara, so we were slowed down by 1 turn. Also, this is an old deck that I've made a while back, and I keep tweaking it from set release to set release, and I brought 2 spicy editions with Call of the Death Dweller and Bastion of Remembrance. So you remember, you can do cute stuff where when your Ayara dies to a board wipe, just let it go to graveyard and you have a 3 mana Ayara essentially, and then you can combo kill them. Overall, this is a really sweet deck because it can attack from so many different angles. It can set up board states where the opponent doesn't even want to board wipe us. We can just go aggressive with a Knight into Hyper Ayara and then just kill them. Or we can take a slow combo route. We can also take the fast combo route, of course. Just very flexible deck. I do enjoy it. Anyways, if you like the video, like the video. If you want to support the channel, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.